Every once in a while, someone comes into your world that makes a drastic difference. And I'm so proud that this gentleman came into my life. We share a lot of friends, we've shared a lot of good times, and we will continue to for a long, long time. He's my very special friend, lives up in Gray Bull, Wyoming at the present. His name is Wilford Brimley, one of the greatest actors of all time, not just our time. Wilford, thank you for taking the time to come this far.
I wouldn't have missed it. I'm proud, and it's an honor and a privilege.
Well, thank you, sir. I want you to tell the folks how you started acting and what you were doing before you started.
I failed at more things than most people ever try. Before I started being an actor, I was a horseshoer, and a pretty good one. And I was shoeing a horse at Fat Jones' stable one day, and a guy drove in there and said to Dyke Johnson, he said, "We're looking for some guys that can ride. We need to make them up like apes because we're making a movie called Planet of the Apes." He said, "Well, hell, there's a fellow there looks more like an ape than an ape. Maybe you can use him." And that's how I got started. Never looked back.
And you've had some fantastic roles.
I have.
What was your favorite?
Well, I guess it was the grandfather in a little movie called The Stone Boy with Robert Duval and Glen Close.
Is that where you got to be good friends with Robert Duval?
No, we were good friends long before that. I met Bob Duval. I was being a horseback extra, and he was being a movie star, and I forget the name of the show.
Yeah. Did you have fun doing Cocoon?
Yes, I did. Surrounded by a host of, really world-famous, world-class actor people, really big time.
And how about the television show that you did, where you were the grandfather?
That was fun. That was fun. I developed a relationship with 3 kids that was really important to me at the time.
Where'd you get that hat?
Well, my father wore a hat like this all his life, as far back as I can remember. I can wear a hat like my father wore, but I'll never be half the man he was. You see, my father was a mountaineer. Had a fist like a knotty hammer. He was as quick on his feet as a running deer, and he spoke with a Yankee stammer. And my mother, she was merry and brave. And so she came to her labor with a tall green fir for a doctor and a stream for a comforting neighbor. Some are wrapped in the linens fine and some like a godling sky on, but I was cradled in twigs of pine on the skin of a mountain lion. And some remember a white starched lap and a ewer with silver handles, but I recall a coonskin cap and the smell of bayberry candles, cabin logs, bark still rough, mother who laughed at trifles, tall, lank visitors, brown as snuff, with their long, straight squirrel rifles. I can still hear them dance like a foggy song through the deepest one of my slumbers. And the fiddles squeaking the boots along, and my father calling the numbers, and the quick feet shaking the puncheon floor, and the dust rising up to the ceiling, and the dried herbs rattled above the door, mid the fiddles squeaking and squealing. Their children lucky from dawn till dusk, but never a child so lucky. See, I cut my teeth on the money musk in the bloody ground of Kentucky. And then I grew tall like the Indian corn, and my father had little to lend me, but he gave me his great old powder horn and his woodsman's skill to befriend me. And with a leather shirt to cover my back and a redskin nose to unravel each forest sign, I carried my pack as far as a scout could travel. I lost my boyhood and met my wife. A girl like a Salem clipper, tall, keen, straight as a hunting knife, with eyes as bright as a dipper. And we made our first camp where the buffalo feed. Unnamed streams were our flagons. And I sowed my sons like the apple seeds on the trail of the western wagons, and they were right tight boys. Never sulky, never slow, a fruitful, goodly muster. The eldest died at the Alamo. The youngest fell with Custer, and the letters told it, burned in my hand. And I wept, yet I said, so be it. But I could not live when they spoiled my land. It broke my heart to see it. So I saddled a red, unbroken colt. I rode him out into the day there, and he threw me down like a thunderbolt and rolled on me as I lay there. Now the hunter's whistle hums in my ears as the city men tried to move me. And I died in my boots there like a pioneer with God's wide sky above me. Now I lie in the heart of the fat black soil. Like the seed of a prairie thistle, it has washed my bones with honey and oil and picked them clean as a whistle, and my youth returns with the rains of spring. And my sons, like the wild geese flying. And I lie here, and I hear the meadowlark sing. I take great content in my dying. So go play with the towns you build of blocks, the ones where you would have bound me. I sleep here in my earth like a tired fox. My buffalo have found me.
Wilford, what a marvelous job. Nobody has ever done that better, and I just love to hear you recite that poem. It's one of my favorite poems of all time, and I know it's your favorite.
My favorite piece of American literature. It's about America, it's about Americans, and it's about a lifestyle that we're all trying to hang on to with our fingernails.
And we're doing it because we want to.
Yep.
We're not going to let it die.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming all this way from Wyoming to be with us, and it's always great.
Well, Red, I'd have walked down here in bad shoes. God bless you.
I know that. Thank you so much.